Just landed in Vegas. Meal 1 of the day. Been up since about 4 a.m. It's now 9:30, something like that. So liquids are gonna be pretty low today. Starting with a cold brew and then switching over to coconut water. Today's just gonna be about kind of controlling inflammation. We're not even gonna work out. We're gonna run to the store. We're gonna do a dispensary, and then we're gonna go to the Airbnb and put my feet up and relax and just try to get some rest and drop the water. So yeah. So meal 1, 100 grams sweet potato, 200 grams of 93% beef, 1 teaspoon of salt, which is a shitload of salt, by the way, on such small amounts of food, and then 100 grams of berries, and a cold brew. So we are going to a dispensary first, and then we'll go to the store. So I made a quick trip to Whole Foods, which was a mistake because it's way too expensive, but got a few things. Luis here, my man, is gonna go grab me the rest of the stuff that I need, but coconut water, straight maple syrup. I'm gonna be using that when we do the carb up. Just some body scrub for the shower, some bone broth to finish out my meals for today, a little bit of coconut oil, some spicy brown mustard, so just something to put on my meat. Blueberries just to finish out today, some vanilla extract. We're going to use that along with the butter, grass-fed butter, and then Luis will get me some Rice Krispies and some marshmallows so we can make some Rice Krispie treats for the load tomorrow as well. And then I got some pasture-raised eggs for tonight as my final meal. So, and then stopped by a dispensary, got some stuff to kind of calm me down and chill me out for the rest of the day. Today's plan is just to relax, give the body a break, clear inflammation. We were going to work out today, but my body's just toast. So, but from this morning, I was 205 something this morning when I woke up. I'm already down to 203.4 just now. So we're trending down. The goal is to be somewhere around 201, 202 by the end of the night. And then that way tomorrow morning when we wake up, most likely we'll drop a little bit more water overnight and then go sit in the sauna and sweat out the other 2 to 3 pounds, whatever it might be. Make the 198.5 and then begin the fill. So in the homeward stretch here. Just finishing this out and yeah, we'll go from there. Which really, I mean, just gotta sweat it out. So, yeah. Let's make it happen. All right, back in. 6 minutes in, 1 minute out. See you in 6. Keep going, man. I'm gonna sit in here, probably do 5 rounds. Check weight. See where we're at. I don't want to tell that scale says like 198, 197.5. That's when I'll be good. But got a little while till we're gonna be there. So. $98 flat. That's in these, so it's probably like 197 if I didn't have underwear on,
maybe even lighter, because this is all cotton material, so it's soaked right now.
It's heavy.
So, made it. Game over.
You get like an inch drop when you're fully filled.
Yes.
I always notice that on the end. It's like boom. It's like now you're in. Dude, so grainy. Ooh, adjusted right into place there. Good. Fuck, dude, you're dry.
Yes.
Got a long way to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. 199.3 on this scale.
Yeah. TBD.
On this scale. Their scale is
Well,
much lighter.
At least a pound light. Yeah,
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even Gary was like, he's like, yeah, I weighed like 226 in my room and I was 223 down here. So. All right. So filling out. We've already done this meal once. We're now doing it for a second time. So it's 150 grams of 93.7 beef, 100 grams of cyclic dextrin, 22 ounces of coconut water, 100 grams of homemade Rice Krispie treats, 40 grams of maple syrup, and 2 IHOP pancakes, and half a teaspoon of salt. So that's the meal we just did. This will be the second time through. After the first time, it's probably took us about a pound and a half, maybe somewhere in that area. Yeah. So as long as my body keeps trending this way, which it won't, I can guarantee it, but as long as my body keeps trending this way, we should see about a half pound to a pound gain each meal, hypothetically. But I'm still peeing, I'm still pushing fluid too. So we'll see how my body goes. I'm already getting hot. I'm already starting to feel like I'm gonna sweat. So. Yeah, it'll probably be, I think we've got it planned for 6 of these meals, but it'll probably be closer to 8. Yeah. Would be my assumption, if not throwing in some other stuff to just keep me going, so.
Yeah. Probably feeding frequency will be every 90 minutes to 2 hours till probably about 11 p.m. Sleep about 7 hours, wake up, 2 meals before prejudging, and showtime. So weird. Let's get that lat spread. You've already gained about an inch of lift. Pull back short a little bit, and then open up and lean into it. Try before you open up. Literally, like when you row, drop. Like literally shortens an eye extension. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see how we go as we fill. I think it'll honestly be easier as you fill too.
Yeah.
But we might need to just work on that shoulder a little bit. And
try to open it up a little bit.
Okay. Let's hit an ass eye. That's my favorite shot of yours, by the way.
That's mine.
That's fucking crazy.
Freaking quads.
You are definitely coming to life, dude. You're definitely coming to life.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
I can actually feel the muscle now finally.
Yeah.
So.
I think that will be the biggest thing too, because like you could tell like when we got you so filled up for juniors.
100 grams.
Did you use that whole tray of marshmallows?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 16 ounces of marshmallows in there.
Jesus.
There we go. There's basically 200 grams.
That's good.
All right. And then pancakes. And then 40.
Look at this fucking deal.
Bro. All right. Let's run through the shit show here. Should we? Are there flamingos?
Every time.
Because I feel like
There's some in the front yard too. Did you see those?
Good luck.
for some reason,
There's like at least 4 or 5.
I saw it in the bathroom and I walked out here and it's all over.
ah. All right, let's run through this. So we added more food because I gained weight, but then I lost the 1.5 pounds when I went to the bathroom. So now we are doing the following. So we've got 200 grams of homemade Rice Krispie treats, 100 grams of cream of rice and grinds cream of rice, 15 grams of coconut oil in there, 2 IHOP pancakes, 40 grams of maple syrup, and then 150 grams of 93.7 beef. And then 100 grams of cyclic dextrin, eating 22 ounces of coconut water. So like
2,500 calories. Maybe more.
a ton of calories, and then this will probably put us over about 1,500 grams of carbs now. Right in that area.
Yeah, 1,500.
So 3 meals in, about 1,500 grams of carbs.
Got a ways to go.
There it is.
That's as much grams of carbs people have like in a week.
Yeah,
literally.
literally.
Yeah.
In 1 meal. It's okay.
Drowned it a little bit on everything.
Do you want to just do 4 pancakes instead of 2, and then do like double the maple syrup?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
80 on the dot.
Nice.
Swimming in maple syrup. Be out my ear balls. All right.
Just to make sure we don't deal with any, gas and blood.
Yeah. Tastes like maple syrup. What is that?
Oh, it's 2 pounds, 32 ounces.
Every 2 tablespoons is 27 grams of sugar.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of sugar.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Had a lot of sugar.
Holy shit. I didn't realize how much was in maple syrup.
I mean, it's straight sugar.
Uh-huh.
It's basically a gram for a gram.
How you feel?
Stuffed. Yeah, stuffed turkey.
Sometime, yeah. Just need some movement, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you probably had fucking.
So what's the game plan for tomorrow morning?
Well, now with those pancakes, it put us at 1,800. The pancakes
Almost hit our
and the,
2,000 goals so far today, so.
with the pancakes and the syrup, because we were at 1,500 because we did the double the Rice Krispies and double the.
It's true, we were.
So.
It's a lot of carbs. 1,800.
Well, we did, and it was probably close to 200 grams of fat. So we did 4 meals.
Still around here.
Got about 1,800 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
Probably
We
over
got a
200
little
grams
bit
of
GI
fat.
distress, but we knew that was gonna happen. at some
Stomach
point.
got a little messed up from the last stack of pancakes that we put down, so we did a little suppository to kind of clear out the stomach a little bit, which helped out. And so now we are
we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna get some sleep tonight, and I typically do pretty good when I've got some time to let my stomach digest. So I'm gonna digest, and we've got probably wake up about midnight, do a clean meal at midnight, and then start with some heavier food. So we'll probably do burger and fries at like 4 in the morning, and then probably do another one as long as my stomach does well with that. I'll do another one around 6:30, and then showtime tomorrow morning. So
It's game time,
and
huh?
it's game time.
That's how to have fun.
So we're weighing about 207 right now. Still gonna push some more fluid before bed, and like I said, wake up probably about midnight, have a meal, and then go from there. So
So you weighed in 195.
I weighed in at 195, so we're up 12 pounds already since weigh-ins. And goal will be probably tomorrow to step on stage around 210 to 212. Trying this, tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. So goal will be about another 5 pounds tomorrow morning, but that should be pretty easy with burger and fries as long as my stomach feels good. So it's all about my stomach now, just making sure we can handle it. But it did pretty good for the amount of food we already shoved down and the amount of weight we put on my frame already. So I'll just keep working, man. Yeah, did burger and fries at midnight already. This will be the second round. This will probably be the last heavy meal that we do.
Yeah.
So should get me up to closer to like a 210 range. Or 207.7 right now, I think is what it was, or 207 something.
Yeah.
So this should get us up to close to the 210 mark. Body's actually sticking, so I mean relatively.
Drive a lot of fluid.
Yeah.
So
So put this meal down and then
give yourself about 5 hours to digest everything you put in, and
yep.
and
Yeah,
showtime.
we probably put in close to, I don't know how many calories now. Between the 4 meals we did yesterday and the burger and fries at midnight and now another burger and fries, we're probably sitting, I don't even know how many thousand calories at this point in time.
Probably close to 15K.
So
Truthfully, yeah.
decent amount of food.
About 10K yesterday, and then burger and fries meals usually around 1,500, so maybe 13K.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At least it tastes good.
What's that?
At least it tastes good.
Mm-hmm. It's not sweet.
Yeah.
Weight's about what I wanted, about 210. Conditioning's as good as it can possibly be on a shitload of water too. And overall body feels good. Ready to push some blood around and get a pump and go fuck on stage and have some fun. So.
I keep a bankroll neat. Yeah, gonna wanna got it at the street. Niggas just like honey, really sweet. Yeah, I just let the dimples on fleek. 100 for opponents in my teeth. When I drop that shit, they gonna put it on repeat. Better play somebody else, cause we gonna defeat. Pull up, spin the block, we leaving everyone deceased. Fucking on your wife because she like it when we creep.
Let's go! Let's go, Nick!
So we are now, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. So we Friday competed, obviously. As you saw in the footage that we had, we pushed hard. We pushed as hard as we could to try to fill out, kept water in. We probably did over a gallon of coconut water that day. You know, we had some GI distress, really trying to push the food. Our goal was to try to push me up and get me back up to somewhere between 212 and 215 for stage, just to fill my frame back out after pulling all the way down to 196, and my body just couldn't do it. 24 hours was not enough time to load. My stomach couldn't handle it, and you know, we came in and yeah, we were lean, but we were flat as hell, and at that level you can't give up size. And we tried to overcome getting sick, and we tried to, you know, push the limits to really bring me back to life, and my body just did not respond the way it was supposed to. Well, I should say my body didn't respond the way we wanted it to. You know, trying to load that hard in a 24-hour time frame, we knew was a risk. We knew that it would be pretty stressful on my body, and that my GI system might have issues with it. And it ended up turning out being the case. So we did everything we possibly could. You know, I fucked up when it came to presenting myself straight out the gate, and that's a big no-no in in a pro qualifier, everything has to be on point. And my dumbass turned the wrong way when they said quarter turn. And that right there automatically puts you out of the running for any sort of top place, especially in front of those judges and especially at that level. But that doesn't matter. No matter how you look at it, my physique was not where it should have been. No blame on anybody else. I was stubborn about it, and I wanted to. I rolled with the punches, and we pulled down to light heavyweight to see if we could make it work, and it didn't. And I believe even if we had brought the look that I brought to junior nationals, that I still would have been undersized with the caliber of competitors that were there, specifically in the heavyweight class. There was just a lot of very, very good competition. And so, lesson was learned. After Friday and doing all of that, I had one meal, and just to kind of give you an idea of how stressful everything was on my body, the next morning I woke up and I was all the way up to about 226 pounds. So I literally had a 30-pound swing in about a 48-hour period. And let me tell you, that was painful more than anything. So all day Saturday, all day Sunday, my body was just not in a good spot. Today's Tuesday. Today's the first day that I actually feel pretty good. And a lot of that is because my body weight's back down to 212, which is good. So we've already, dropped off about 14 pounds of inflammation from competing, and body has finally come back down to somewhat normal homeostasis at about 212. And the way that we did that was on Sunday and Monday, so the last 2 days, I personally brought my carbs down, so I was about under 100 grams of carbs for 2 days. I had my fats running somewhere around 75 to 90 grams of fat, and I kept my protein around 225, 230, so somewhere around 1900 calories for 2 days, and then push water like crazy. So just to kind of clear that inflammation. I didn't work out. I haven't worked out. Today will be the first day that I work out. I just literally moved. So I walked, got in about 10K steps the last 2 days, just to kind of clear inflammation and rest the body. That's where most people mess up, is coming out of a show. They go right back into training. They go right back into pushing hard. And that's actually what causes even more inflammation, on top of eating shit food and not being able to shut it off. So yeah, so the last 2 days have been about or last 3 days really, have been about bringing that water inflammation down, bringing inflammation on the system down. The rest of this week will be the same thing, slowly bringing food up and allowing my body to kind of continue to drop off the inflammation, focusing on sleep, focusing on recovery, and allowing my body to heal, lowering the inflammation on the system. We do this for a week, and then we can actually begin pushing hard again when it comes to training, and having some fun getting back to training hard again too. So again, it was not what I was looking for. It was not what I was expecting, but at the same time, we also took a massive risk doing that. With winning junior nationals, now I have the qualification to be able to go to any national level show next year whenever I decide to. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens over the next few months here. But more than anything, my focus is on continuing to improve, continuing to live a bodybuilder's lifestyle, but also enjoy time with family and focus on business. And so those will be the two main focuses, but continue to improve from a bodybuilder standpoint. Comes down to the fact that sometimes trials and tribulations come at you, and you try to make a decision to move in a correct direction and end up coming up short. And that's life. The question is whether or not you can overcome adversity and loss and assess the situation correctly and create a game plan so that the next time you decide to attempt a challenge like that you're fully prepared and you continue to improve. And at the end of the day, I improved over what I've brought to stage before, and now it's just about continuing that journey. Majority of bodybuilders, it takes them 10 to 15 years sometimes to become a pro. It's not a slow journey. It's not a journey for those that want it fast. It's not a journey that comes easy. But it is something that's worth it in the end. It's something that I do for myself, and I believe I still have more to give when it comes to bodybuilding. And I also believe that I can show everyone that you can be a bodybuilder, you can do it in a healthy way, you cannot have to push the limits to the extremes and still become a pro. And that's going to be my goal for moving forward, is to teach you all how to create a physique that's next level without having to push your body to a point where you're going to kill yourself. That's the game plan. So, moving forward, I'll be sure to be weekly updating you guys how things are moving. I'll be sure to give you guys an idea of what it looks like to build correctly and not push the limits to a point where you destroy your health, and be able to balance and create a life that's rich in family, in love, and still able to pursue goals that you have for yourself. Thanks guys, look forward to seeing you again soon.